Shalom and good morning. I wanted to make this quick video because I had a dream last night. It wasn't like a rapture dream or anything, but I don't know. I'm gonna say right now, straight up, it had like a Noah-esque feel, and it started off. I live here in El Paso, Texas, Horizon City, and in here in El Paso, in this area, it's a Hispanic culture, Latin culture, and in my dream, it was it was something to do with a Hispanic feel. And there's people in my dream that I know that I work with, and other people that I don't recognize. And it was, let's put it this way, it was violent. It was gun violence everywhere. People were shooting. I mean, it was bad, nonstop, like gangs and just a lot of violence. And I remember seeing the people that I work with, and I remember seeing myself, and people were trying to kill us, and it was just a lot of people. I don't know, I can't say if I saw anybody die, but I remember trying to trying to run and trying to get out of there where I was at. And then the dream changed. Dream changed. It became I was in another city. I was I think in California. And I can't remember if I said this in real life or if I said this in a dream. I felt like I said this in a dream that California, Washington, and Florida were going to be destroyed. They were going to be wiped off the face of the map, something like that. And it was saying something about like the water was gonna, there was gonna be like a flooding or something, and it was gonna just destroy the whole state. It was gonna go underwater and like fall off the map. I know it sounds weird. What I'm trying to say is, like, if the land was gonna separate from the mainland and just sink. But in the second part of the dream, I felt like I was in California, and again, it was a Hispanic. It had a Hispanic feel, where I was in a like in a Mexican villa or an apartment, but it was big, and I remember looking, and I was like on the top floor, and there was my dad was there with me, I think, and he said, look off in the distance. We need to get out of here." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And when I looked, I could see this, like I could see houses and apartments, and I could see a city. But beyond that, I could see this big, just all blue, all blue, and it was like a big wall, and it was huge, and it was covered by fog, and the fog was kind of grayish, and looked like clouds almost. And as I was looking at it, that was scary. But what was even scarier was when I looked up and I could see it would look like a mushroom cloud. If you've ever seen a picture, a mushroom cloud, it's just a big cloud. Or when a nuclear bomb falls or atomic bomb falls, it's destructive and it's scary. It had that same, it looked exactly like that, but it was water, a wall of water, and then behind it, above it, which was higher than that, was this big mushroom cloud, but it was water. It was like a hurricane, but it wasn't a hurricane. But it was coming towards the land, and it was moving slow, but it was coming, and there was two of them. There was, and it was weird because when I looked at the the two mushroom clouds, but I don't know what you would call them. I guess I keep saying mushroom cloud, but when you look at the two of them, both of them were water, and they had this force inside them, like there was light or lightning or something inside the wall of water, inside this this thing, and I I don't know. It was scary, and I remember being inside this room, and the water kept rising up and up and up, and I was swimming up, catching my breath, and then it would go down, and then it would come up, and I felt like it went all the way up to the clouds, and I looked and I could see the moon and stars, and I was looking down, and it was crazy. And the next part of that is I ended up outside. I was outside and I was looking and I could see the wall. I was when I first saw it, I was like looking at it straight inside that house or that apartment, wherever I was at, that villa. But then when I was outside, I was looking at the wall and those mushroom cloud water walls, whatever. But I was looking at it from an angle, and I just see it coming slowly, and then I was in the water, trying not to get hit. I was trying to run back, and I was running slow, moving slow. I couldn't move fast, and I remember uh, the best way to describe it was like a square water coming at me, and I jumped through it, and it didn't hit me, but it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and I was trying to get back to my home where I was at, or at least that's where I was in that part of the dream, and I couldn't move fast enough, and I saw there was nobody around. I was by myself, and I don't know. This dream, it's scary because we are living in a time where things are we're in an unknown time. Let's say it that way. Looking at Israel, the war, and the Russia-Ukraine war, and how things have been rising up, and how they everything's getting more expensive. How you see a lot of people who are coming out and denying that Jesus is God, and just saying all kinds of things. And I think my dream, like I said in the beginning, it's Noah-esque, means that it's has a feel of Noah. You go to the book of Genesis and you see that in the times of Noah, there was violence everywhere, so much violence. And then the Lord Yahweh flooded the world, and everyone died. That's what I think the water means. I was thinking about it. I didn't know what it means, but I think that it has to do with the fact that it says in the times of Noah, that's how it's going to be when the coming of the Son of Man. And it's crazy because like I dreamt about this, and I felt like I was talking about Noah or something with my wife, but I'm not sure. But just the way the dream happened, from the violence to the water, it just makes me think of Noah. And so I think we are living in the days of Noah, but it's worse because of the internet and because of social media, that people watch and see these things and hear these things. And anyways, if you have an interpretation, by all means leave your interpretation, but I feel that we need to be ready, and we do as believers need to be telling people the gospel and the good news about Jesus, because the Lord doesn't want to lose one. He doesn't want to lose anybody. And right now, the way things are, if he came back right now, how many people would be lost and would be destroyed? And remember, he's not going to destroy the world with water, but with fire. So it's going to be worse. So if you happen to hear this dream of mine, by all means, leave your interpretation and write a comment or something, or reach out, leave a message, whatever. It's all good, but it is what it is. Anyways, brothers, sisters, may Yahweh bless you and keep you, make His face shine upon you, and just that you be the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. That you go straight to the Lord and you be encouraged, because our God is greater than anything or anyone in this world, and He's not like us. He's merciful, He's good, and His love for us, it knows no bounds. That's why Jesus died, why Yeshua died. So until then, y'all bless you, and shalom, alright? Bless.